Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everyone, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. So I'm feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment, so it's not possible to record with the board, etc. I'm probably going to be out for a good few weeks, so I've tried to make this as aesthetically pleasing as possible, and I hope you enjoy the different format for a while. It's nice to have a little switch up from time to time. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Chariot card, victory and success, but also a conquering or a new revelation of self. The reason I say this is because sometimes the thing that we conquer with the Chariot card is a part of ourselves, a part of who we are. And the fact that you've got this as the key to the week, it's a speed up card. So whenever this card shows up, it means that things are about to speed up. Things are about to start moving in more dynamic ways, and also in ways that are probably likely to be beneficially fast, let's say. All right, so if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves ya, and if you're new to my channel, please Rafi loves ya. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So for your actions and options, you've got the Hierophant card. I actually like this because it looks like you're moving towards building or re-establishing yourself in some way. So, you know, this could be in your work, it could be in your personal life. Like, this is you seeking to create a new sense of I don't want to say societal norms, but I kind of feel like this is you rewriting what your own status quo is. And with that Chariot card there, this could see, some of you might be taking a trip to a religious space or place this week. It doesn't have to be a church or whatever. It could literally just be like a sacred site. So for some of you, maybe you are turning to the natural world. Maybe you're going to a sacred site. Maybe you're making some sort of journey to reinforce your spirituality in some way, which could be really nice, you know. The other thing, because this is about your actions and options, I really feel like this is about you creating or recreating an establishment in some way. So this is you re-establishing yourself in your world, or maybe what you did, like maybe this is you regaining or gathering your own self-sovereignty, which is nice. So for your communications and conversations, you've got the Two of Wands. So for some of you, this might be a week where you are interacting with a financial institution. If you've recently put in loan applications or anything like that, this is very, very good news. Anywhere that you have already put things into motion to gain grants or funding or, you know, extra resources or money or whatever, this is absolutely fantastic. It suggests to me that you have the go ahead. So I really like that. And it also suggests to me that this is, because this is the money and this is the establishment. And with this being the success card, there's a feeling here that whatever you have, whatever you've set into motion around finances, especially if it was, you know, like I said, for some sort of funding or some sort of loan application, you get what you need. For those of you that are studying, if you're looking for grants or bursaries or anything like that, you've got the go ahead. Like, this is an absolute yes. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, so for some of you this looks like you might for some of you it does look like you might be now looking into working for yourself. What is it going to take for me to be independent? What is it going to take for me to be self-sovereign? What does it take to run a business? This is you guys really looking at where you can start phasing out the day job and start welcoming in something that you have built for yourself or that you choose to build for yourself. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, people that have already done that, this is big questions about where can I take my business next? what feels like the right step for me. And I'm going to say this. If you need financial backing and or assistance, it's absolutely available to you. Look around at your network. I kind of feel like you might not necessarily be using it or utilizing it as best as you could. So keep an open mind when you think about, the people that you're connected to. When it comes to your, come on brain, when it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could be you looking at your financial future, and maybe for some of you starting to consider that it's either maybe not necessarily in jeopardy, but maybe you're now looking at where the adjustments kind of need to be made. Which is in order to secure your financial future, which is never a bad thing. For your love and relations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So the partnership, the relationship is steady this week. You've got this with the Two of Wands as well. This is for a lot of you, if you've got partners that you're thinking about going into business with. I actually really like these for you, especially with that Chariot card, because it kind of suggests that you might be able to fast track some of those plans of working with the partner, or at least setting up like a personal business that you're both sort of invested in, which is really nice. I will say, because you've got the Chariot card here as well, I wouldn't be surprised if this week you are starting to look at maybe not necessarily like changing the home, but changing the actual dwelling that you live in. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something here that, like, the relationship is solid, but there's something to do with the home that's needing to shift. For those of you that are single, honestly, you could be meeting somebody that has what I would consider a little bit of a stuffy outlook. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, and it might be something that you find, very endearing, very charming, very sexy, etc. But there's just an element of this when I look at it and I'm like, I kind of feel like this will be, somebody that offers that sort of very steady energy, but that's as much as it gets. Like if you're looking for spontaneity, I'm not sure you'll find it. All right, so just something to be aware of. And then for your money and materials, you have the King of Wands. All of the fire cards add energy, passion, heat, and speed to the things that they talk about, and this is in your money sector. So this with the Four of Pentacles, I'm loving going into business with a partner. I'm loving new financial ventures with a partner. If you're single and looking, this could be somebody that maybe has the head for the numbers that you need, or maybe at least can point you in the right direction. That King of Wands is also saying that if you want to make more money, you need to find a way to become more visible. This is about you being more at the forefront, whatever that might mean to you. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, King of Wands is great for physical health and vitality. If you're planning to do anything where you are, for some of you, like literally, this could be a week where you actually do see a breakthrough, where you realize, like, actually, holy crap, I've lost loads of weight, or oh my gosh, like I'm already lifting, 25 kilogram dumbbells. Like there's a moment where you kind of stop and you're like, wow, okay, look how far I've come now. Like there's a realization of some sort that kind of sets in, which is great. And then when it comes to your physical, your home and environment itself, there's something happening with the home this week. These cards, like all of them, in some way speak to the home for me. And I don't know whether this is that you are, it could be as simple as you're redecorating. It could be as complex as you are maybe extending the home or adding to the home in some way. But there's definitely thoughts about the longevity of where it is that you are and how much longer that home specifically works for you. And that means, like, as an example, it doesn't mean that you're all suddenly deciding to move. It could be, we've got a 2-bedroom house, but we've now got a baby on the way, so we're going to need to extend it to create that 3rd bedroom. There's something about the dwelling or the home itself that is needing to change in order to continue to provide security. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.